leaving a laboratory. But whenever you get into the car, the first thing you need to do, you got to put on your seatbelt, right? You can't play. So put on that seatbelt. And I did walk around. Sometimes there are nails out here. There's debris out here. There are parents leaving. There could be possible police situations coming in, not laughing, but you really got to be aware. So what I'm going to do, everything is safe in the car and secure. I'm going to put my foot on the brake. This is a push to start. There's no key. So you're going to hear the car start. The car just started. And then what I do, because I have an automotive background, I build motors, I race legally at the track, I would like to check my instrument panel. I want to make sure the car is functioning good. I just started the car, the motor's cold, it's at 1,000 RPMs. My speedometer's at 0 because I'm not moving. The temperature of the motor is cold. And then I'm at 1/4 of a tank of fuel. So I'm okay, I have enough to get through traffic, get to where I need to get. But I don't want to back out yet because there are a lot of cars. Hey, how you doing? Thank you. I hope you enjoy it. And I want to keep this bringing you value, talking about a afternoon drive, getting in traffic, being around a lot of pedestrians. Thank you, Jackson. Really appreciate you, and anything I can do to help, just reach out to me. Let me know. I want to see you get your license. So what I'm doing, I'm kind of waiting until the parking lot clears, right? I'm in no race to get where I need to get. So you're going to see the inside view first. That noise you heard was a car going by, and I have a backup sensor and camera, but I'm still looking. So I'm going to roll back really easily. You see me looking left and right because people cut through the parking lot. And I'm one of those people who don't cut through the parking lot. Now and then I turn out hand over hand. You're going to see me looking, and I see a truck coming, so I'm going to go ahead and wave them by. It's not that much of a hurry. I'm good. People are ready to go. So you want to take your time. I'm going to go up to the bottom of the driveway, and I want you to see me look. I'm going to look to my left because it's a one-way. It's clear. And then I'm going to turn into the nearest lane, and you always want to turn short. So you're going to see this view for a second. I'm holding my hands on the wheel. This is an outside view today, and I'm looking. I'm looking left. I'm looking right. I'm looking straight ahead. When you're driving, your instructor, your examiner, they want to see you looking ahead. If you're looking down the speedometer, you're going to crash. I'm looking down the speedometer. If I stare at the mirror too long, I'm going to crash. You want to get bits and pieces of information to help you make an educated decision. So I'm going to change the view, and I want you to see all these signs. Okay, so we have a warning sign and a yield sign. So I'm going to squeeze my brakes and look and check. Yield gives us enough time just to see traffic. So the speed limit here is 35. We're at 16 miles an hour. There's a lot of traffic. Why should I speed and tailgate other drivers? When you learn how to drive, I want you to learn the correct way. Be patient. Drive with a defensive mindset. Now what's kind of confusing here, it's really 2 main lanes, and then there's a 3rd lane, kind of a half of a lane, so people can turn. So I'm squeezing my brakes because I'm not sure what these cars are doing. And then they're settling over into the middle, and this lane to the right is kind of for parking or turning. So I'm just taking my time, trying to be smooth, and looking for people and cars, because at the time, it's almost 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. People, it's not rush hour yet, but if you can get out at this time and beat the rush, get a little gasoline, get a cup of coffee, you're feeling good, right? And driving, sometimes you need things to help you, and I'm going to switch screens again. Sometimes you need a coffee or a smoothie or a juice or something just to help you get through, because you might have an hour drive, you might have a half an hour drive. So have that little energy snack with you to help you, right? And to learn. Okay, so now we got the outside view. We have some warning signs, school zone. Now, this is where I've seen a lot of students fail. We have a school zone crossing and a stop sign. You want to stop for 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. And then you proceed. These are some of the most basic things. See the pedestrian popping up? Always look. And I'm kind of getting toward the middle left of my lane because I don't want to hit this person. Now this is a difficult situation here. I need to get over to the left, but I have cars, so I'm going to drive like I'm a student driver. I'm going to be very hesitant. I'm going to be very inconsistent. So there's a gap, there's a space. I should be trying to get over to the middle lane. I have my blinker on. Looks like this car is waiting for me. I'm looking over my shoulder. You need to see both views, but I want you to see the inside view right now. As traffic moves up, I fill in the space. I do need to get over one more lane, but I don't want you to change lanes through the intersection. It's really dangerous. I'm gonna go through. Now I'm gonna get on my blinker. Now I accelerate through, and I want you to see this merge. You gotta get on the gas. If you don't, you're going to get ran over. So I'm looking over my shoulder, checking. I see the semi truck, but I'm not staring at it. And trust me, I want you to hear this. You hear that truck? Don't play with that. Okay? That, I've seen tires blow up. I've seen a lot of students just freeze on the wheel. But you're probably saying, well, why are you hanging around? There's nothing I can do. There's traffic behind me, in front of me, so I'm just going to maintain. I'm at 60, so I'm just going to keep moving. And on that semi-truck, there is a flame. That's a hazardous material carrier. Now I'm squeezing my brakes. And I'm squeezing real easy, never slamming, because this rush hour, I do not want to get rear-ended. I do not. So what would I tell you to do? I would say drive smoothly. We're at 25 in a 65 miles an hour zone. It's almost 4 o'clock. It's 3:55 Eastern Standard Time. So in traffic like this, you just want to keep moving. If it's stop and go, that's terrible for all of us. That makes people road rage, they get angry. You want to have the mindset, I'm going to stay smooth. I'm going to have some chilled music on, some hip hop, some rap, and just relax. Because if you get anxious, you're going to snap, you're going to panic. And I've seen students have panic attacks. It's not very pretty. One young lady I was driving, we were going into a roundabout, and she just started sobbing, like really sobbing and crying. I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong? How can I support you? She said, I'm okay. I just need to cry and get these emotions out. I said to myself, whoa. And I wanted to support her. I did not know what to do. But she said, it's not you. I'm okay. So after about 3 or 4 minutes, we literally pulled off to the side of the road. Okay? And we're all human. I want you to know that. We are human and we're not machines. And if your road tester, your instructor, your parent, your caregiver does not understand that, then you need to, at one point in your life, have a conversation. Now I'm squeezing my brakes, and I just checked my rear mirror. You can't control the traffic out here. People are coming from Chicago, Detroit, Florida. And if you see an out-of-town driver, give them room. There's a semi-truck behind me too. So I'm just pepping up a little bit. And here's another tip. When you're driving, and if your tires make a different sound than normal, you could be preparing to have a blowout where you would lose control of your car. So you want to check your tires once a week. And my speed is good. I'm at about 58 in the right lane. Every single lane, you have different speeds. The middle lane is the lane I want to get you in. If you were driving with me, because it's the smoother lane, I'm looking ahead at traffic. I'm okay right now in this lane. So if you're okay, stay in the lane. But I'm letting you know, you will get cut off by cars. You will get cut off by semi-trucks, and no one wants that. The pace is picking up. We're at 63 right now. So the pace goes up to 65, 70, 72, 73, to drops back down to 60. I'm barely turning my wheel. I've had a lot of student drivers squeeze the wheel really hard, and literally the car can't stay in the lane. So around your third drive, you should be able to sit out. The first lane is open. I'm good. I'm gonna take my time, stay smooth. And why would I want to get to the middle lane? There's no need to. There's a lot of traffic. But there's another connector. People leaving the country. I'm going to have a lot of traffic that's just going to cut me off. And if you notice, the semi-truck drivers that are ahead of us, they drive primarily in the middle lane. They know something we don't. Excuse me. So things are good, about 68 miles an hour, but now we see these brake lights. So if I'm teaching you, I want to see you slow down early, and I'm going to stay in the right lane to show you how many people cut us off, to show you who has blinkers and who does not. I'm looking at the semi-truck. He or she has, whoa, they came out. See the little gray car? They can't mess with that. Young lady to my right, not hating. She's on the phone. That's against the law. I have both hands on the wheel. So now I'm going with the flow. I'm not staring at cars, but I'm going to be courteous and let people out. We're at 37. It's incredible. We were at like about 67, 68. See, he cut me off with one blinker. And then he is looking, and one blink. So a lot of drivers will just give you one blink. That's not enough. If you did that, I would mark you down. And I'm going to stay behind the semi-truck. He or she's driving smoothly. Why would I want to get into the middle lane? That's not smart. Do what's smart. And if I see you cutting lanes left, right, middle, left, I'm going to mark you down. You will get marked down. Stay smooth. Stay consistent. Oh, I just want to let all of you know, I did a live and I talked about the rules and laws for drivers in Georgia. And that was really nice. So you definitely want to check out that live. I did it yesterday at, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock. So my speed's good. I'm at 53. That's okay. The speed limit's 70. I'm moving along good. You don't have to go at the speed limit. Everyone's moving 55, 60. If I wanted to get all the way over to the left and ride someone's bumper, I could go faster. But why would you want to do that? I don't understand drivers like that. And if that's the type of driver you're going to be, you're going to irritate people. They're going to road rage on you, and you're going to have a short life because people will brake check you. Brake check is when they deliberately hit the brakes and you're going to rear end them. Then they're going to say, officer, this person was very aggressive. So learn from that. We're at 61 miles an hour. These truckers, I believe, can go 60 or 55. So we got our truck driver ahead of us. Sorry, truck drivers. I'm just telling you the truth. There's the guy who cut me off, right? So now we're at 67. So I know these trucks can't do 70, but they are. So if we are almost at 70 and this truck's doing 70, you know people are flying. So I'm going to stay here in this lane and kind of give you some perspective. I'm not tailgating the semi-truck. I'm leaving room. I'm protecting my space. And that's what I need you to learn, is to protect your space. I'm going to stay in the right lane. I'm chilled. I'm at 62 miles an hour. So I think these drivers here only drive 60. But that truck driver is driving almost 70. And some of these semi-trucks do have speed governors on there to lock in speed. I've heard different debates about that. Some people say it's good. Other people say, no, we want to unlock the accelerator pedal in case of a situation. I'm going to talk about this curve in a second. This gives drivers a tremendous stressful drive. You see how that semi-truck is drifting to the left? A lot of beginners are so tense. You're literally squeezing the wheel. Don't squeeze it. In fact, I would tell my students, slide your hands down, drive relaxed. Because if you're going to take the time to look at my content, I'm going to tell you what you need to do to comfortably pass your tests. We all have tests. I had to recertify this summer. It was a little stressful. Had to turn in paperwork, get my fingerprints. You have tests. You're going to have your driving test coming up. So by you looking at this, you're going to learn best practice. I'm at 64. I'm just cruising. And I could jump over to middle lane. I'll probably be 65, 66. But I'm going to stay here in this right lane. And this is kind of chilled. No one's going to bother us. If they want to go faster, they can go in the middle lane or the left lane. A lot of these trucks, they go to Canada. So this is a route they come in from Canada into the metro area because Canada's our brother to the north. So you can see cars speeding. You see that gray car in the middle lane. They just dipped and cut over. Motorcyclists, no leather on, no leather pants. If he or she crashes, yank, no skin. A lot of my students like motorcycles, and if you want me to do a motorcycle tutorial, I won't ride, but I can tell you the rules and laws. I've been on one before, but in college, I hit the front brakes, and you know what happened to me. I flipped over the handlebars. So when you're driving like this, just stay smooth. I'm not squeezed in the wheel. Oh my God, oh my God. I'm just chilled. And when I show you this, it's like a relaxed state of mind. Because we all have traffic. Sometimes I drive 10 hours during driver's ed, 4 hours, 6 hours. But when you're 18 to 25, 30, 40, you got a job. You've got to get to work. You got to get back home. So your license is your bread and butter. And if you get a bunch of tickets, you're going to lose it. I'm a state certified instructor. If I get several speeding tickets, I'll lose my driver's ed endorsement. Why would I do that? That's stupid. I'm not going to put my livelihood for my family, for me, for you guys. I love my job, and I'm going to follow the law to the best of my ability. So I'm maintaining good speed. I'm just kind of talking to you, staying in smooth lane. I am getting a little tense because I got the semi truck ahead of me. It's kind of like holding me at a certain speed, like a big wall. And then I have 3 or 4 cars behind me. So I am starting to like get a little tense and kind of feel like a little bit of in a hurry. And that's normal to feel like that because I don't want to crowd the semi. The semi is going 58 now. They were going 67. So their car's starting to follow me, like 5 behind me. I'm pretty smooth. So you always see me looking around. I'm checking my mirrors. If I don't see you doing this, I'm marking you down. If you're not going to check your mirrors, when you take your road test, you will get marked down, okay? So I'm at 59, and eventually I will make a lane change to the left. If you look at my eyes, I'm looking at my center mirror. I'm looking at my side mirror. I see these cars coming up, so I'm wondering, what is this semi-truck gonna do? Is he or she, they can't slam brakes. There's a white car behind the semi. So the car finally accelerated. So I'm talking to you from a instructor standpoint, I'm talking to you from an uncle standpoint, and I'm talking to you from a defensive driver standpoint. So you get like 3 perspectives. My speed is good. I'm at 59 again. And I'm just taking my time. I'm always looking around. Tomorrow, you know, every day you learn stuff. So I'm just taking my time again. I'm at 58. And then I'm looking at, I saw this car cut over 2 lanes. Just taking my time. So in a moment, I'm going to change views again. And if you don't do eye movement, if you just stare like this, you're going to get cut over. So I'm going to get over one lane, mirror, turn signal, saw me check. I'm checking my blind spot, baby. See me do that? That's what's up. Okay? So now I'm going to pass this semi truck. I'm going to show you the blind spots. I want to stay out of the blind spots of the semi truck. So I'm at 64. So that semi truck is going 58 to 59. I'm at 64 miles an hour. I'm at 67. And cars are still tailgating me. So if you feel uncomfortable and your heart's like beating, you shouldn't be in this middle lane. And you want to like step on the gas and go real fast, but you're going to tailgate. You'll see this white box truck coming in from my right, and then the box truck is slowing down to let this gray car out. We're both looking for a blinker. I would mark you down if, they got a blinker on, they heard me, but I wouldn't mark you down because it's too late. So I would have marked you down for a late blinker and 1 blink. You have to be better than that. I'm at about 70, and there's a white car behind me. So I'm just trying to tell you, what does this feel like? I got a little bit of anxiety. You know, I'm going a little faster than I want, but I'm lifting my foot, trying to stay smooth. And this car, a student was in it, and they hit the curve, so the car pulls to the right a little bit. So I'm trying to keep, in fact, the steering wheel's off center. I'll show you another view the next time we get here, but I'm just taking my time, and I'm at about 70. So even if I wanted to go faster, I couldn't, because I would be tailgating other cars. I'm letting gravity pull me down. I want you to drive with good speed, good space, and a smile. Speaking of Jackson, I want you to use this to help you. I want to see you get your permit. I want to see you get your license, because I'm about people, and you know that. All of you who take the time to watch this, I'm on an expressway, and there's heavy traffic coming from the metro area. I'm at 68 now, and cars are starting to tailgate me, pass me. I'm looking ahead at all these brake lights. I'm kind of talking in third person. I see the cars to the right with brake lights on. I'm hoping no one cuts me off. I'm at about 69 miles an hour, just taking my time. And I'm looking for an opening. So if I pass this black Charger, I'm going to try to get over one lane to the right. But I have to see them in my mirror, and I'm going to show you what the blind spot, you're welcome. I'm going to show you what that blind spot check looks like. See me look over my shoulder? I don't want to cut off a car. And now I'm going to back off my gas, and I'm looking. There's a ramp to the right, cars are coming, I'm looking. Look, keep space. Okay, if I hesitate, they'll cut me off. They were very slow at merging out. I would mark you down for that. Merging takes time, it takes practice. Okay, my blinker's on, I'm gonna get off at this exit. I'm gonna take you guys to a four-way stop. I want you to see that, because that's another area where it says, hey, how are you? We're doing a driving tutorial about how to pass your road test, what you're looking for. So I'm coming up this S-curve. So what I need you to do, I'm at 49 miles an hour. I'm a little too fast. So I'm going to squeeze my brakes and go in slow. And then this chevron alignment sign, I'm going to be in the middle right lane. On your road test, your instructor, your driving teacher will tell you what you need. So my right turn signal is on. You're 14, well, subscribe, look at it. You're going to learn so much today. I try to go live as much as possible to really give you a perspective. What is it like driving in rush hour traffic? What is it like driving at night? So I'm coming up. I can turn a red, but I have to look. I have a green. I look to the left. I'm going to be in the left lane. Okay? This is the lane by the double yellow. A lot of people speed here. The speed limit is 55, but people go 60, 65, 70. So I'm going to take my time. And this is a route I take clients on too. It's really curvy, fast. At this light, we're going to make a left turn. So if you were with me, I would tell you ahead of time, I need you to get over to the left lane just before the light. I need you to get into the middle lane. So I would tell you now, and I want to see the blinker on about now. It's all timing. I'm a little fast going in. And this is sometimes what student drivers are like. They go in too fast or too slow. Most go in a little too slow, and then they slam the brake. So this turn is a protected left turn. We have a red arrow. When the light turns green, it's going to blink yellow. That's what it's doing now. If it's clear, each car moves up. We have to take our turn. So I'm going to show you a common failure that drivers do. I'm going to come up. I'm looking. A lot of beginners don't look where they're going. So I'm going to show you this outside view. The speed limit is 40, but a lot of beginners go really fast here, and they carry the acceleration and momentum around this curve. And I've seen a lot of students go off the road to the right into the ditch. That's not real comfortable for your instructor. If you do that on your road test, you will fail. So we got a double yellow, can't pass. Solid white, that's the edge line. And because we're coming up to a school, you have a lot of police there. See, there's a parent. Pop that blinker on real quick. Just taking my time, scanning, looking, and we still have a double yellow. So a lot of beginners will go straight. If I go straight, I'm gonna hold the wheel straight. See what's happening? I'm going off the road. You gotta look. So I'm trying to show you what a beginner will do. We're coming up to a four-way stop. I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna flip the screen in a minute. I'm gonna show you what you need to do. And I'm just squeezing my brakes. I wanna see the rear of the tires. If I don't see the rear of the tires, then I'm gonna mark you down. If we get rear-ended, you'll have the one collision from behind and the secondary collision. And four-way stops are a great element to your road test, to your instructor. This is what your driving teacher needs to do. They need to be taking your neighborhoods, making 12 right turns, 12 left turns, parallel parking. If your instructor does this, you should be typing in yes. If they don't, you're not really learning a lot. You're just going on a straight road. An instructor's not teaching you. I try to get students in right turns, left turns, roundabouts, four-way stops, junctions, thoroughfares. All of these situations will help you. You just got off the expressway with me, and I showed you how to check that blind spot. I showed you semi-trucks. So the reason we're moving slow, we're coming up to a four-way stop. Some of you are saying, why are you moving so slow? There's a four-way stop. It's not a traffic light up here. And what a lot of parents do, picking up their little son or daughter, they're speeding through, cutting through neighborhoods. That's when a kid gets ran over. Don't be that kid. So we're just rolling up real easy. Thank you for the thumbs up. And during rush hour, you're going to get hungry. You're going to get tired. During rush hour, you're going to get hungry. You know, I have a little something to cover my throat, had a couple pieces of fruit. You have that energy. If you're tired, most of you who work, you know, you have lunch, you know, 11:30, 12:30, you come back. In between that, like 1 to 4:30, you're like so tired, like you want to sleep. I'm a little tired. You can see the glassy look in my eyes. But you got to stay awake and you got to stay focused. So in a moment, I'm going to switch screens and I'm going to come up to this four-way stop. So I'm looking left, looking right. This vehicle ahead of me has to come up, but I want you to see my eyes. I want you to see what you need to do. I'm going to make a right turn. So my right turn signal on, I'm going to come up. And then I'm going to flip it in a minute. So I look left, I look right, I look left. Now I'm going to flip the screen. Okay, I'm coming up. This blue truck, they have to make their turn. And then once they go, now it's my turn. So I look left, I look right, and then I'm confused about this black vehicle to my left. They should have went. And that throws it off. That's what beginners do. And I'm turning the wheel slow. This is a really tight turn, and I take clients here too. So, and all these small roads, you literally fall off the road. I have been in the ditch 4 or 5 times because students panic. Don't hug the right because you'll catch that soft lip of the road and you'll go off. The pedestrian is doing the right thing. He should be on the sidewalk, but he's walking on the side of the street. If there's a sidewalk, you must walk on the sidewalk. So our speed is good. If you were with me, I would tell you, I need you to make a right turn at this light. So once you pass the green sign, it's called a guide sign. I want to see that blinker on. So here, blinker's on. I'm at 3 blinks, but then I'm going to squeeze my brakes. A lot of beginners don't stop. It's like, I don't know, they're scared to maneuver. So I'm going up slow, and they have a blinker, and then I'm turning. And you see how smooth the car is? That's what I need you to do. Your instructor should be taking you on some really tight, narrow roads. Left turns, right turns. It makes the driving fun. Drivers say it can be boring sometimes, the routes, but I try to mix it up to make you better drivers. Okay? Our speed is good. It's a little bouncy. There's nothing we can do. The bicyclist is going on the wrong side of the road. He should be going with the flow of the traffic. Okay, I'm going to show you what you need to do in this turn. Okay, so I have to get over to the right. So I looked over my shoulder, and then I'm going to squeeze my brakes. I want you to see what myself as an instructor and your road tester are looking for. I'm going up. I stop, and I look to the left. I'm looking for pedestrians. I'm looking for cars. It's clear. I'm checking. And then I look again, and then I turn into the nearest lane, and then I turn out. Use your eyes. The speed limit here is 55, but I'm just going to go up to about 50. I'm not going to go back to that four-way stop because it takes too long. I wanted to teach you that, to see you learn. So I'm on a curve. So you should be able to see my eyes. I'm looking up and around the curve. I'm not looking down. This is looking down. And that's what some of you will do. Literally, I can't see what's ahead of me. So I'm looking up. In fact, I'm going to make a lane change to the left. Mirror, turn signal, blind spot. I get over. And then I cancel my blinker. I'm going to take you down to another area to show you how to help you use your eyes. So I'm turning on my left turn signal. I had on a little bit early. That's okay. And I'm in. And I'm going to wait. It's kind of a really tight turn. I was a little bit off-centered. I went a little wide. That's what beginner drivers will do. Okay, I'm in this neighborhood. Really small, tight road. I love it. But also I see a school bus down there, so I'm not loving this. Why? The school bus is going to be stopping with the stop arm, dropping off kids. But I'm at 27. I got to drop my speed down. I should be at 25. Hey, now I'm better. Okay? And without looking at the speedometer, you should know what you're doing. That's probably why those parents are looking at me crazy. Slow down. Dead end road. I take students down to dead end roads. I want to know, do you even see? Do you read signs? Do you understand? A lot of people will say, of course I can read, but you're under stress. You're being tested. And my advice is just relax, take your time, be patient. Everything's going real smoothly. I'm at 24 miles an hour. Just taking my time. I'm looking left and right. Going smooth. I want to show you what my eyes are doing. Okay, so I'm just looking. I'm not staring. There's a mailbox in a barrel. I see an old Corvette over there. I'm not looking. I want to look, but I'm not looking. I'm just looking around, using my eyes. I'm taking my time. I see a lot of burnout marks here too, so someone's been burning out. Now you're gonna see me look. I'm going down. There's a parking lot to the left, so I'm going down really slow, and I'm looking where I want to go. Okay, and I'm going in slow. And then I have students make a circle here. There's some guy, so I'm wondering what he's doing. You never know when people will pop up. Real talk. So now I'm going to turn out. Okay. Okay, so I'm going up this road. I have to look to the right. You're going to see that old Corvette and these burnout marks here. So people were doing crazy things here. So I'm turning slow. And you're going to see these burnout marks in a moment. And technically, you got to have your car parked on your property. Someone can just steal that car. I wouldn't do that. So I'm just taking my time, going slow. I'm at 18 miles an hour. And that's fine because they're parked cars. The school bus will be coming soon. They're backing up. So I'm wondering what they're doing. Now they got a blinker on. Now they're going to their driveway. I guess they were getting their mail. I don't know. So I'm looking. There was a kid that almost got struck because the kid just came out. Kids don't know any better. You're the adult. And if you hit them, you will face the full extent of the law. So I'm just taking my time at 22. Looking for kids, a lot of open spaces. Deer might pop out. Someone might run out. So I'm just looking. You know, how do the spaces look where you live? So I'm looking left and right, having good speed control. There are those burnout marks. Someone's been burning out again. You're going see the parents to the right. They're waiting for the school bus. And if you speed through here, I guarantee those parents will chase you. I will be making a left turn here, so this is a teachable moment. This is an unprotected left turn. So I'm going to come up to the stop line, which is faded and worn out, but still, you need to stay behind the line. So I can see the intersection, but I'm not blocking it. A lot of beginners will hesitate. We don't want to get hit, but I'm looking for a space to the left. Yeah, get your permit. Thank you, Jackson. So I'm coming up to the middle. I'm waiting. I have to turn by the double yellow. I see these cars. I'm committed to the intersection. I see that Jeep too. So I'm looking. I see that other car. So this is real life. I don't want to go up too far because I can't see the light. I'm in the middle. I'm committed. I have to go. And I turn by the double yellow. That's the way you're supposed to turn. You do that, you're going to pass your test. You turn in the wrong lane, potential grounds for failure, accident, and contact point, you're going to fail. So turn into the nearest lane. The speed limit here is 55. I'm at about 52. I'm looking at the yellow light. Foot's off the gas. Why are you speeding up to a light? Then you're going to burn out the brakes. So you have to learn how to drive. You need to learn depth perception. There's a lot going on, and I try to give you one micro, M-I-R-C-O, one micro moment at a time, and then I'm squeezing my brakes. Both of those cars to pass the stop line, I would give them both the minus. Cars are coming off the expressway, you'll get towed up, hit. I'm being really smooth here. We're going uphill, then downhill. There are a lot of cars that will jump this light. They'll try to shoot the gap. See, it's yellow. Foot's off the gas. And I'm going to squeeze my brake real easy. I want to see the rear of the tires. There's a computer system in the ground, a sensor, and if there are no cars here, the light will stay green. If there are cars here, the light will go through the cycle. My gas is still at 1/4 of a tank. I'm at about 800 RPMs. Car's running pretty good. I'm gradually on the gas. This car shifts really fast. It's got a lot of power, so I'm not even half throttle, and this thing is like flying. And some cars have a really sensitive gas pedal. Other cars, you have to kind of push on it hard. So I checked my computer, I believe, with the street coming up. So my blinker's on, and you want to get in just before the street. And I'm going to squeeze my brakes. We got a school bus here. There are no lights on yet, but that tells me slow down, be a safe driver. And I'm going to wait for them to make their turn, then I'm going to move forward. It's clear, and then I turn. It's a nice turn. And I want to see, you're going to see these people like standing here. If you come home at this time, 4:30, 3:45, you're going to see people waiting for their kids. And if you go fast, you're going to have some parents chasing you. And you don't want those problems. One client knocked down his stop sign. You still have to treat it. See, they didn't even stop. But guarantee I'm going to stop. Had a complete stop for 3 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003. It feels good to follow the rules. Because sometimes police will just sit here. And I'm going to go slow. And then you're going to see how fast I'm going. It says I'm going 13. I'm at 16. That thing is off. It says 14 miles an hour. That's wrong. So you can end up getting a ticket because it's not calibrated the correct way. I'm going to be making a right turn. I want you to see, and I'm going to slow down. I want you to see me look into the turn. Okay, I'm coming up. You're going to see me. I'm looking. I'm looking before I get here because there could be cars. There could be kids. I'm looking. So I'm pointing. I'm looking. Now I'm going to come up. I see the curb. I'm looking at the road, and then I'm turning. So this was a good teachable moment, and I turn out. Okay, look where you want to go before you get there. If you look too late, you're going to run over something. All right, I'm scanning, got kids, looking around, being safe, taking my time. Blinkers on, I'm looking, checking. I'm going in really slow. Just taking my time. If this brought you value, you learned something, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. The driving tutorial was really nice. I really enjoyed it. You know, seeing what's going on, always being aware, looking around. And I really enjoyed this. If you want me to go out tonight, you know, type in yes. You know, I'll go out tonight. And then I do have a GoPro that I could use, and you can see the inside view as well as out. You know, let me know. I'll do that too, because I want to do this for you, to help you. If you enjoy it, thank you, and thank you so much. Bye, guys.